Welcome back to Retirement Coffee Talk with Sharice Rivers at Zinnia Wealth. Online, it's zinniawealth.com, ZINNIA wealth.com. A lot of us have 401ks as we go into our retirement years, and people think that a 401k is a retirement plan. They call it a 401k plan. Well, that's not necessarily the case. This is Will Ferrell from the movie The House, and he doesn't have any idea what his 401k is.
Right here. It says right here in this account, we have $401,000. You missed it.
Nope. That says you have a 401k account. If you liquidate that right now, you'll have, maybe $5,000.
So what happened to the other $396,000?
Boom.
Gotcha.
What is wrong with the two of you?
That is so funny because I just saw that and I'm thinking, he's literally saying the 401k is $401,000.
Exactly.
Like, you gotta love Will Ferrell. This is funny.
All right,
okay.
so he has no idea what a 401k is. All right.
I'm pretty sure most people are a little leveled up from there, Randy.
I hope so, if they know a little bit more than Will does. But okay, so a 401k plan is not your retirement plan.
No,
so
it's not.
If you think you can get through your retirement with just a 401k, Sharice, what are you missing? What are the elements that need to be added in here?
Right. So a 401k isn't a plan. It's just one investment strategy you start with, but it's not what you end with, because it might not end well if you're not strategic with it, because number one, 401ks are loaded in taxes. So the first conversation is, how do we offload that tax bill and navigate those waters? Number one, that is first and foremost as part of our planning phases. But then we got to talk about, besides the tax planning, we have to talk about the actual investment plan. We have to talk about the health plan. We have to talk about the legacy plan, because we talk about widows penalties and kiddos penalty. If one of you pass away, that is a loaded tax bill for the surviving spouse. People don't know it almost doubles in taxes. And then, so you pay taxes your whole life, and then now your surviving spouse pays a bigger tax bill. And then when that spouse passes away, your kids are hit with a 4 times tax bill. And so understanding that the taxes never go away unless we do something about it now and start planning for a tax strategy. A lot of people miss that part, and they miss that this 401k. Here's the most famous one, Randy, that I have the biggest problem with. People have these TSPs, and I don't know why this TSP is a big problem in people's minds. They feel like they have to keep this TSP. And I'm just like, okay, that tax sheltered plan does not a whole lot. It gives you a couple of funds. Why are we so fixated on keeping maybe 10 funds as an option versus when you can move that TSP to an IRA without taxes or penalties and have 30,000 plans available to you with 30,000 options? And people you fall in love with what you've had for 30 or 40 years while you're working, and you're so scared to make a move. And don't be scared. Be scared you don't have a plan in place to protect you from that investment plan in that TSP or 401k you've had for all these years. It helped you grow your money. It is your ticking time bomb that is going to cost you so much more money in retirement and for the legacy of the future when you passed away. So we need to focus on that and moving those to IRAs. And then from there, we can keep one IRA that acts just like that TSP, that you can still have your finger on the pulse and do those tradings if you want, if that's what's most important to you. But we have to create the rest of this plan, the holistic plan. And we talk about protecting your house and the 4 walls and the roof. And you're not protecting yourself with just this 401k. This 401k is just one of those walls of the 4 walls. We got to work on the other 3 walls and the roof, right? In case it pours rain and we're pulling money out of one account that has just hemorrhaged because of losses. And now we got a tax burden on our hands. So we want to be forward thinking on taxes. Randy, you think taxes are going down?
I don't think taxes are going down. I think taxes have just continued to go up.
Yes. And if that happens, you got to start thinking, what am I going to do when that tax bill goes up? Because now I have to pull more money out of my account. So what is the plan for that? So a lot of people totally skip that step, Randy. And all these parts to your retirement plan go hand in hand. Even though you're thinking healthcare, what does healthcare have to do with it? I don't know. For the next 30 years in retirement, the average cost for a retiree is about $300,000 in healthcare costs. What is our plan with that? Because you're going to have to take that TSP and that 401k and create a plan for those costs. So what is that plan, right? And then the legacy plan. Do you really want to leave this tax burden? And if you do, I'm fine with it, but let's get a little bit more creative on the investment strategy. And that's when we start building in the income strategies. Because you might say, I want to leave this one bucket as a legacy. I won't touch it unless I have to for long-term care. And then we'll start using the other monies. And Randy, some people come in, they're like, I want to spend my last dollar on my last breath. That's always fun. We'll try to time that. And so we work with all types of people who have all types of thoughts like that. And we even work with the people who are ultra conservative. Sharice, I've got $1 million here. I never want to lose a dime, not to your stinking fees and not to the stock market. And I have a plan for you also, which is very cool. Just know I've heard it all. We take a lot of criticism. We have thick skin. And we have a ton of solutions, and we are more tickled pink when you test us like that, because we're like, we got the answer, buddy. And so again, don't be afraid to move it. Maybe come in for your 401k X-ray or your TSP X-ray, and let's just see if we can land a plane and come together with a vision and a strategy. And if that means leave some money behind because you're married to it, that's okay. But then let's not be afraid to consider other opportunities.
Well, that 401k is very common. Most people come in and that's where they've saved their money. It used to be that your biggest retirement asset was your house. Now it's your 401k. And how is that going to carry you through a 20, 25, 30, 35-year retirement? Well, it's not just peeling money off the top, because that thing is connected to the market. It goes up and it goes down, and you don't want to pull money out of a falling market. So these are really big decisions and conversations that you can have with Sharice and the team at Zinnia Wealth. Give us a look online at zinniawealth.com, ZINNIA wealth.com. Click on that gold box there. It says complimentary retirement consultation, and we'll take it from there. Or you can just reach out to us this way, 833-368-3680, 833-368-3680.
Thanks for listening to the Retirement Coffee Talk podcast. If you have questions or would like to begin the process of building a tailored retirement plan, call Zinnia Wealth at 803-368-3680 or find us online at zinniawealth.com.
Sharice Rivers is an investment advisor representative of Zinnia Wealth Advisory, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Exposure to ideas and financial vehicles discussed should not be considered investment advice or recommendation to buy or sell any financial vehicle. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Investments can fluctuate, and when redeemed may be worth more or less than when originally invested. Financial professionals are not licensed in all 50 states. To find out if Sharice Rivers is licensed in your state, please contact their office. Zinnia Wealth Advisory, LLC is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal or tax advice. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any client experiences discussed during this show are unique to that client. They are not meant to imply or suggest you will experience the same results. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through Sharice Rivers, NPN Insurance License Number 8718011.